I'm Jamie Seltzer. I am the Global Chief Data and Technology Officer for Havas Media Network. We are a large communications and media agency working with clients around the world to help put out advertising and media communications that drive better business outcomes and more meaningful experiences with consumers. So my role is broadly speaking around data analytics and technology, of which we include building products and AI initiatives. I think when we think about AI and we think about technology, we sort of think about it in two ways. One is sort of its internal use cases, the use cases that make our organization function better, and then how do we use it for improving client outcomes. I think from the first case study perspective, one of the things that we've been working on is what we call an AI for all initiative, which is how do we enable the entire organization of Havas Media employees, of Havas employees to access, utilize, build, create, ideate with AI. So we've created an AI portal, giving everyone in the company access to ChatGPT, to Claude, and to Gemini, but paired that with an education program that really enables people to learn how to use those things. Because when we figured out that if you just put them in people's hands, you get only a subset of people who want to actively engage with them. And so we've worked on sort of the pairing of access with training and education. And it's been also a little bit of, kind of working through the kinks of how do you get people to engage. And so it's a bit of bottom up, enabling the people who really want to ideate and try and test and learn. The other thing that's really important is the foundation that it's built on and the sort of data that goes into it. And I think, yes, generative AI, yes, agentic AI all require, kind of important, clean, organized data sets to be able to give accurate results and to be able to give trusted results. And I think that's an area where if we think about the evolving sort of workforce and the evolving needs, yes, we need people to build products and innovate and build really cool things. But we're finding that we also just need a lot of people and tools to make sure that the data that's feeding them is good, because it's, we've said it for eons, garbage in, garbage out. Historically, when you've bought media, you go through a whole process, a research and insights and intelligence process to figure out who your target audience is. And everyone, I'm sure, has this idea of I sell a product, I know who my audience is. And you can go down into the most granular level of detail of exactly who is my target audience, who's going to convert and be have the highest lifetime value, and all of these elements. And you build this amazing persona, this really robust, rich persona, and then you want to go buy advertising against that, and you end up buying women 18 to 45. And that is broken. It doesn't it's sort of like, why have we built this amazing persona? Why have we built this targeted creative? Why have we built when we're just going to buy women 18 to 45? And so one of the things that we've done and leveraged AI as a tool, and not generative AI and not agentic AI, but machine learning and LLMs to augment those intelligence insights into attributes in the buying platforms, into those, CTV, those digital, those linear TV, those buying platforms, where you can actually take the audience you want to reach and actually find them and buy against them. That's something that, we've kind of changed the process to be more efficient, to drive better outcomes. We've seen exponentially better results in terms of, ROI, in terms of our return on ad spend, in terms of our, basket size and cart size and things like that for clients. It's about driving better effectiveness and changing the process and using AI in a different way. And now it's enabling, it makes sure that our intelligence teams don't feel like the work they're doing is for naught when, all of a sudden you go over here and they've sort of like, well, what happened to all that amazing work? Now it's truly kind of end to end, and that fidelity of that information and those audiences is really pulled through. And that for us has been game changing in terms of not just the way we do our work, but the way we deliver results for clients, the way that we're, kind of driving those business outcomes. I think for me, one of the key takeaways is that change is hard. And I think we all know that, as humans, it is just difficult for us to change behaviors, for us to change the ways that we work. And we need to have multiple approaches to doing that. We need to have different ways of incentivizing and different ways of engaging different types of people, different roles. And I would say for me also, and it's not just AI in general, anything that we expect to change in the next couple months, it's going to take 10 times longer than that. It's going to take 10 times longer than you think to change an organization, because that's human behavior just doesn't, it doesn't naturally lend itself to that. So I think if we think about skepticism in AI, change is hard, and that's my big piece, is like we all need to be cognizant of that and think about that as we engage and try and change, our workforces and our organizations.